Sup gang, Soren back at it with another one. It's a little up earlier than when I usually upload, so today is a good day, right? So, what is it that I'm gonna talk about in this video? Well, the thing is, the other day when I was just scrolling on my phone, I watched a rather interesting video, and it is like kind of a meme video, so I didn't really want to watch it at first. Like I'm like, oh, it's a meme. Like what could possibly? And the video is titled "How I Went from an MIT educated neurosurgeon to now unemployed and living alone in the mountains." That was the video's title, and it's by this YouTuber called Goobie and Woobie. I highly urge you to check that channel out, actually. So, and this is where I saw the video. So I'm like, it's probably a meme video. But then, what am I doing anyway? So I just clicked on it and I started watching it. Well, that video had some gold in it, like actual value. And I was really surprised. And then, it highlights a lot about, how the hospitals work and what surgery really does. So if you're interested, you can go and watch the video. I link it in the description, okay? So that video opened my eyes actually, and then he noticed a pattern. Okay, so he does spine surgeries. He operates on people's backs for bulging discs, back pain, nerve pain, that kind of stuff. And then so he noticed a pattern. So there are three people: one who will stay the same after the surgery, one who will become way better after the surgery, and then one who will become worse after the surgery. I was confused myself, but then the whole concept of a surgery is basically, imagine you're building a house and the foundation, you're laying a foundation and then you're building a house on top of it. That's how houses are built, I guess. So it's basically not even renewing the foundation or anything, right? It's just renovating the house in itself. That's really what surgery does. So what surgery really does is it doesn't fix anything about the foundation, which is probably what's causing it in the first place. He's just renovating the house, and that doesn't really do anything if the foundation isn't strong enough. So that's what I understood to be surgery, basically. So he noticed a pattern. There are people that recovered before he surgically operated on them. And then I was shocked. I'm like, can that even happen? And it turns out it can, because he's seen a lot of people and they have done that. So, and then he's noticed a pattern in all of them. So I'd like to, tell you what those four things are that, that made them at the top of their game, and then also help them live a long, fulfilled life. First thing is diet. Well, to be specific, he mentioned they had a low salt plant-based diet, and I know, no, like not everyone can have a low salt plant-based diet. So, I think the real underlying point here is that we should have a balanced, healthy, clean food diet that isn't too much of one thing or too less of another, just right in the middle, right? So I think that's kind of the point with the diet. So the first point is have a really, really clean diet. The second point he said was, well, surprise, surprise, all of them exercised. And all of them had a very active, outgoing life, and then the way to spill their sweat, like that kind of life, right? They were hardworking, or they exercised some form or another, and then they were always engaged in that. So I think that's also another key factor to look out for. Exercise is really, really important. Doesn't matter if you're weightlifting, doing cardio, walking, whatever it may be, just move your body, right? Just move your body, be active. The third point he said was, well, this came as a surprise to me as well. The third point was actually being mindful of the present moment. Like, okay, see, this is my way of describing it. Okay, they had anti-brain rot. So brain rot is when you have like that ADHD brain with 60, like lesser attention span than a goldfish. Well, they had the opposite of that. Like, they had really long attention spans. They liked being out in nature. They liked being under the open sky, observing nature and stuff. And that actually, and then you can even increase mindfulness by meditation and prayer. So I was actually shocked that what I'm doing is not a waste of time and is actually helping constructively, right? came as a shock to me, but this is something you guys should watch out for. The fourth thing is that they all had a really tight knit social network. Like, they had really good friends, or their family was really close together, and then they had like the perfect life. So they had all these four things in check, and then they recovered miraculously. So so you see a pattern. So what I'm urging you to do is prioritize these four things, right? If you probably do, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a good time ahead of you, and then you're not gonna have to be worried about anything really. And then you can avoid a lot of it, just by following these four things really. And I'm not saying you have to, but consider it. It's a good thing. And going a little off topic here, um, there's something I learned about, partners and stuff, like life partners, soulmates. And then the thing is, I'm too young to be talking about it in the first place, but then I asked a lot of my high school friends who are dating right now, and then they said, bro, I simply asked them, I'm like, bro, do you plan on marrying this so and so person in the future because you're dating them? And then he said, no, bro. I'm like, but then what's really the point? Like, I said to myself, I mean, see, guys, if you want to date, that's you can go for it completely. But then I'm just saying, if you find someone that's wholly supportive, loving, affectionate, and really caring about who you are as a person, you know, put a ring on it. Don't even hesitate at this point. Like, this is what I believe. I mean, if you are dating someone, it should eventually lead to marriage, right? So yeah, that's just a little bit of side info, me opening up to my audience kind of thing. Yeah, I highly believe in marriage and stuff. So all I'm saying is, like, if you are dating someone, have intentions of marrying them if they're a really good person. Yeah, but that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.